Hello everyone, it's me Shugupta and welcome back to our Python series with me. So in this video we talk about bar chart, pie chart, histogram and which data where we use histogram, bar chart or pie chart. So first of all we talk about the bar chart. Like here first I am commenting about the bar chart, and here at the comment I am talking about, or I am giving you the syntax what you are writing whenever you are working with bar chart. So the first thing is that you have to mention the x, like whatever you want, like the x-axis and the y-axis, whatever you have to write, like y. And now the next thing is that in the color, okay, and color is equal to color name, okay. And now the next thing is the width, what width you want, which is equal to the value. And here the next thing is the label, and here also we giving them the label name, okay. So this is the syntax that you are using whenever you are working with the bar chart. Okay. Now I am starting a program where, like, simply I am taking an example where which we do an analysis, which we do a graph about the products and what their sales of the product. So the first thing I am writing is the product, and here I am writing here a whatever name you want to do, you have to give them. I'm doing a simple example so you can easily understand. Okay. And now the next thing is the sales, and the sales is like 1,000, 1,500, 800 and 1,200, okay. And now the next thing is that you are writing them, you are giving them the plt dot bar, because what a graph you want to show. And the first thing, in every time you have to show write the x-axis. So in x-axis I am giving them the product value, and the y-axis I am giving them the sales. And now the next thing, what's the next thing is the color. So here first you have writing the color, which is equal to like orange or whatever you want. Like here I'm giving them the orange color. And now the next thing, the label you want is the label. Like now the labels is that we are discussing about the sales of 2025. Okay. So like let's we close them. So which is optional, you have to give them the widths or not. Okay. Now the next thing is that you have to write the plt dot x label. And here I am writing what the label I giving them in x-axis, which is the product. Okay. Now the next thing is the plt dot y label. And here I am writing the y-axis, like I in y-axis I giving them the sales. And the last plt dot I'm giving them the title, what the title I want. So here the title is like the product sales comparison. Sales comparison. Okay. And now the last thing is that like I also show them the plt dot legend, that what work you have done. Okay. And the last thing is that plt dot show. Okay. So when I run this program, okay, so you see there is an error because here I can do a very big mistake. Here, the first thing that you have to write is that import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. Whenever whatever graph or chart you are doing, the first thing is that you have to write import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. That's why they give me the error dot plt is not defined. When I run this program, like our chart, bar chart, where you easily see the product is in the vertical and the sales in, like, product is in x-axis and sale is y-axis, and the title is main product sales comparison and sales 2025. Now sometimes you can see that the product is in horizontal, like in that case you see is in the vertical position. Whenever you want them in horizontal, you do a small change. In plt dot bar you here write h, okay. And when you run the program, so you see we get a horizontal value. So like these two changes, so you easily do that. Okay, so now the next thing is that we talk about is about the pie chart. So here first I am commenting about pie chart, and also in the comment I am writing the syntax of pie chart. What pie? Okay, and the first thing that I want to know is about the values, and now the next thing is that the label, which is equal to the label list. Okay, now the next thing is color. Colors is equal to the color list at whatever color you want. Okay, now the next thing, the most important thing in that is about, oh, like I have to zoom out, is auto percentage. Okay, auto PCT. Okay, which is equal to, here I am writing is the percentage sign, the first, then 1.1 F and double percentage. Okay, and this is very important for a pie chart, like here in the I am explaining you that about what is auto. Okay, so first I am starting, like here I am giving them the regions. Okay, list where I am writing the north, and then south. Okay, and now like east, west. Yeah, missing the comma. Okay, and now the next thing is the I am talking about the revenue. Okay, which is like here I'm giving them the 3,000, and now the 2,000, and then 1,500, and then 1,000. Okay, so four are completed. Now the next thing is that you are writing the syntax of plt.py. So the first thing that you have to write is the value. So value is what is revenue, and the next thing is the label. What's the labels here? So the labels is here equal to regions. Okay, and now what's the next thing is about auto percentage. AUTONPCT. Okay, and which is fixed, like I am in like here I am writing is the 1.1 F double sign percentage. Okay, and also we have to close it in the comma colon. Okay, now the next thing is that the color that you want to show all them. So this is like a list. So here I am giving them the list. So the first color that I want is gold. Now the next color is like I want sky blue. Now the next color is light green. Okay, now the next color is like purple or whatever you want. Like here I'm giving them the purple. Okay, so first close the list and then the bracket. And now the next thing is that I have to given them the, in the pie chart is important the title, because in there no x-axis or y-axis, that's why we don't even need it. Like here what I'm writing is the revenue contribution by region, by region. Okay, now the last thing is plt dot show. Okay, so I zoom out. Okay, and now when I run the program, So you see, we got a value. Like here, you can easily see we have four type of like regions: south, north, east, west, and everyone has the value. So the first thing that they do is that they give us the value of the percentage, so we can easily understand which one contain more percentage and which one contain less percentage. So you can see the title. And the most important thing that I have to tell you that you don't like in the pie chart you don't include more categories like 5 to 6. Like the 5 to 6 is the maximum that you have to plot in the pie chart. So the main restriction in the pie chart is that whenever you have to show there is a limited value like 4, 5, this is the end. Okay, so you don't even have to 8 to 9 values or like regions so to analyze them. Okay, now we move for forward program. Okay, so let's say we have students of like 100 students marks, and how we know that we students got the marks 0 to 50 and then 50 to 70 and then 70 to 80 and 90 to 100. Like I have intervals, and how can we find out that how many students fall on that interval? So histogram can help us on your like continuous data which are in the form of interval data, and also converts the interval data into group form and can be given as like a frequency data. Okay, okay, so now first I am commenting that I am doing a work with like plot histogram. Okay, and now first I am commenting the text idea. So how can we write it like the PLT syntax dot histogram? So for this we have to denote the HIST. And the first thing that you have to write is about the data. And the next thing is the bins. Bins means the interval, like the data you have. Like if you like here, if I am taking the five data or like whatever data, like bins have divide into five ranges. Like Python automatically calculate the range and divide them, and also calculate them how many students fall in the range. So it automatically done with the help of the bins. So bins is very important in Python, like in this histogram. So here this I am writing the bins is equal to number of bins. Okay, of bins. Okay, and now the next thing is that our color, which is equal to color name. Okay, and now the next thing that I am doing is in the histogram, you also know the edge color also. Okay, which is equal to like whatever color you want. Here I am writing them because in histogram it look good on black. Okay, so now let's we start like our code. So here first thing that I am writing is scores. Like the histogram help you, like you give them a lot of data. Like here you whatever you have want data you can write them. Like here I am giving them so many data. Okay, so this is the data. You also write so many data over here. Okay, the next thing that I am doing is plt dot hist histo. And here what I am writing about the first thing is what our scores. Okay. Now the next thing is that bins, whatever bins you want. Like here, let's suppose we want five bins. Like here, like I have doing five division, like 0 to 50 and 50 to 70 and then all that. So here I have five bins, and now the next is that you have to choose the color. So here I am giving them the color which is like purple. It's all up to you, whatever color you have to choose them. Okay. So now the last thing is the edge color you give them, which is equal to like here I'm giving them the black color. Okay. Oh, I have forget to close the bracket. Okay, so now I close. Now the next thing is that in the histogram you also given them the labels like plt.x label, and what I am giving them next label which is like the score range, like the bins. Okay, they automatically gave us the range. Okay, and now the next thing is the plt.y label, where I am giving them the number of students. Okay. Now the last thing is that PLT dot title, because title is very important. As you see, we make so many graph, so title is important. So here I am writing the score distribution among student. Okay. At the last, you have to write PLT dot show and then close the bracket. Now, if I run the program, so you see our answer, if I squeeze them. Okay, so you see we got our values, and you see the student score range, and like 60 to 80 and 100 is same, like, okay. So how easily we can find out, okay. So this is all for today video. We have covered about the histogram, pie charts, bar charts, and how we write their syntax, and what are their pros and cons, and what data we are writing them. Okay. So this is okay. So this is for the today video. So stay tuned for upcoming videos about more uh, advanced topic about Matplotlib and Seaburns and much more.